Hey guys, Dylan from the Geek Duo here, and today I'll be bringing you my reaction to Erased Episode 8, titled Spiral. Instead of going home, Kaio has spent the last few days in a disused school bus while being supported by Satoru and the others. Only Sachiko and Yashiro begin to realize that something is going on when they observe changes in Satoru's behavior. Now, I don't actually recognize Sachiko and Yashiro. I'm assuming that one of them is his mum, and the other may be his teacher, though I don't know why they'd be calling the teacher by the first name, because I don't even think. Have we gotten the teacher's last name? Or that may be Kaio's parent, well, mum and her boyfriend, but yeah. So, the last episode ended with someone who was not Satoru arriving at the abandoned bus at night and waking Kaio from her sleep. And I said that I reckon that's Satoru's mum. And I'm going to stick with that because I've had no reason in the past week to change that feeling. So let's see if I'm correct in 3, 2, 1, go. Maybe not. The hell? Left a backpack, kicked a box, and. Well, radio then. I don't think that was Satoru's mom. Especially considering that it was male. That's just curious. What? I'm assuming it was someone who just was using that as a squatter place and was like, people have been in here and messed around with things. I can't use this anymore. We still haven't seen the bullet that's flying towards adult Satoru. Like, pretty much everything else we've seen from that opening, just not the bullet. And he's already stated that if he doesn't get it this time, he won't be able to come back, so it's confusing. If you're insisting on leaving so early, I'm going to make sure you have a good breakfast first. Hmm. Depending on your definition of bad. She's definitely gonna follow him. You know, it may also be the two other friends that he told them not to mention it to. As to the names I don't recognize, but she knew damn well though. There's the third. Interesting. So maybe it was the person behind it setting up. Because I was the second, wasn't she? Hmm. Yashiro is the teacher, okay. Door's open. Hmm. You do? Okay. Well, birthday present. This is going to be loud. Rubber boots, a spray bottle. I was correct. Too bad this was before phone cameras. You're late. You're getting a hug. Oh, a pat on the head. That works too. Well, that's a fair one to say. I mean, that's fair. Hmm. Are you thinking of taking? It's nice of her to get a glimpse of what a loving mother's like. Well, this has been a really wholesome episode. It's a ploy. Hmm. Sometimes, sometimes underhanded methods do work and are necessary. And, well, in a situation like that, you cannot be upset at them because it actually got her to show that she was home. Interesting. I'm not entirely sure as to what that scene with the stuff in the boxes was about. Like the briquette and all that. Because they brought their own stuff, didn't they? So why would it worry if he also had the same stuff in a box? But that was a real that was a really wholesome episode, especially the latter half, but just seeing the four friends hanging around was nice. Seeing the excuse me, seeing the teacher actually making the steps to take the CPA to the mother's house and everything, coming up with the idea for them to use Kaio to bring her out of the house to make sure she doesn't escape again. It took me 3 guesses, but I did figure out who was the one that was at that bus. Interesting. So, they did mention the school name. I didn't pick up on anything. I had the school for the second victim been announced before, because I don't remember it. But yeah. I mean, even if it did, I wouldn't have recognized the name or anything until, of course, we got the name tag. As soon as it showed him stopping at the crossing, I realized either it was going to have the girls talking about how they spotted them in the bus and were going to tell a teacher, or it was going to be the other girl. So there were 2 people from his class, Kaio and Hiromi. 2 people from his current friend group. And the one from the elementary school. That was the town over, which is where they're using the bus for. Okay. Here's the problem though. There's still 4 episodes left. And, well, they've seemingly got the mother in a scenario where she can't escape anything. So, plus, there wasn't anything shown as to them disposing of the bag. You'd think that Satoru would have been like, hey, you guys go ahead, I'll just finish clearing all this up, and just yeeted that bag away so that the guy didn't have his equipment for the one from that school. But it didn't show that, so we can assume it didn't happen. But again, it does make sense that his top priority is getting his friend away from there, knowing that she always seems to be the first victim. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens in the next episode because, well, as they said, once the mother's caught, they're going to take Kaio. She's going to have to go into the system, and all that going to be taken away, which I mean is good when there's the scenario, but there's also the fact that there are other people in the community who would be willing to look out for her. Even if it was like a then again, we haven't seen anything for the other kids' parents as to whether they chip in, so it may just be Satoru's mum, and whether they're in a situation where they can support another kid, who knows? But there is other options. Yeah. Anyway, with that being said, I actually really enjoyed this episode. I feel like with the way the show's going, this episode was in place for the people who binge it, just as a reprieve from everything, which, I mean, yeah, it was necessary, so it was a really enjoyable episode. But I guess with that being said, I'll catch you in the next one.